for why the approval ratings start off high, but then after the honeymoon is over and we begin to see, oh, well, this guy isn't the person that we hoped he was. And so the approval ratings come down. That make sense? Well, I'm not one of those people that blames everything on the media. There's a lot of blame that the media should bear for a number of things, not just this, but this is clearly not, this misperception about the powers of the presidency is clearly not something that's just the responsibility of the media. In fact, I think academics who write about the presidency have some responsibility as well. The notion of the textbook presidency is the idea that there's a large number of roles or duties or responsibilities, powers that are vested in the institution of the presidency. Virtually every American government textbook that is offered for use in courses like this at colleges and universities around the country. We're using the Dye textbook, but we could be using the Patterson textbook or the Tannehill textbook or the Wilson textbook, or there's no shortage of American government textbooks, right? And every single one of those textbooks has a chapter on the presidency. And if you open up, I don't know what chapter it is in this, maybe it's chapter 10 or something like that. If you open it up to the chapter on the presidency and you begin reading, you're probably going to come across a heading that says powers of the presidency or duties of the presidency or something like that. Okay? They're all pretty similar. And invariably there will be a list of duties or powers or roles that presidents have by virtue of the institution of the presidency. The list that I've put together here, I'm not kidding you here. A few years ago, I was sitting in my office and I was getting rid of some old textbooks and I was just looking through them, and I happened to be looking, for whatever reason, I was looking through the chapters on the presidency, and I just decided to sample, right, some of the ones that are commonly listed. And so this was a list that I came up with. It's not an exhaustive list. I think the authors of your textbook probably have a presentation like this, but it's not going to be exactly the same list. Okay? But these are some of the more common ones. The president is the head of state, the chief executive, commander-in-chief, chief diplomat, chief legislator, crisis manager, protector of the people, manager of prosperity or manager of the economy, leader of the free world, chief of the party, head of government, voice of the people, chief policymaker. There's a bunch of them. Okay? What I would like for you to tell me as you look at this list, well, first of all, let me ask a preliminary question. Okay? From the beginning of the semester, what are we in week 6 now? What are we in week 5 or 6? 6. We're in week 6, right? So for 6 weeks now, we've been from time to time emphasizing, re-emphasizing this point.